Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. And today really is part three of how to change the world. And today we're going to talk about money. I know. Not the topic most people want to talk about. But, if you're at war with the system, you have to act like it. And wars cost money. It's not for bullets and bombs, but you need resources to do just about anything. And who are the people that are most aware of the failings of the system? Those of limited means, those that don't have the resources to do much. And you're kind of trained to be like that. You really are. In school, learn this. You can get hired. You'll be employable. Working for somebody else may not be the best answer, especially if you're looking for independence. Now, I know a lot of people, you're in a situation where you have to work for somebody else. And those people of limited means, what is the advice we give them? Most times, well, cut out creature comforts. If you didn't go to Starbucks, you could save that $5. So let's say you're on minimum wage. You're working a job and you're getting minimum wage, and you manage to sack away $50 a month. At the end of the year, you got $600. Now that's assuming that you didn't get a flat tire and a dead battery in the same month. $600. That $600 is not going to change your station in life. Now, I'm definitely not saying, don't save. You definitely need to for when that inevitable bad thing does happen. But that's not the solution. The solution is increasing the amount of money you have coming in. Sounds easy, right? It's easy to say. What happens when somebody outside of one of your networks needs something that you know how to do, and somebody inside your network hears about it? Who do they recommend? You. Now, sometimes that person could be somebody who could end up being brought into the network if they're of a like mind. Most times it won't be. And that can help, especially that recommendation, because that recommendation carries a lot of weight. People that are in these networks, they're active in their community. And if it's about somebody else who's active in their community, well, they're not recommending a company. They're recommending a person. Think back to when I brought up Bear Paw, that first aid kit company. It was the fact that these people were out there helping, doing hurricane relief, doing search and rescue, helping train people, helping their community, that made them so intriguing. Yeah, their kits are a little bit cheaper. And yeah, they're good kits. But that wasn't really the selling point. And I know that recommendation mattered because I got a message from the guy that runs it. They ran out of supplies. Y'all cleaned them out. It works. If it's a recommendation that isn't just some nameless company, it's a person, and this person is a good person. That's who people go with. And those recommendations can turn into little micro businesses, little home businesses that can help you. And, that can help you increase the amount of money you have coming in. And that's the goal. That's what you've got to do to become financially independent. A lot of the other stuff we've been talking about, it's breaking away from the system, but nobody wants to talk about this aspect of it. And, even if you don't have a skill that is marketable, you're not a handyman or whatever, there are a whole bunch of low startup or no startup businesses that can be done with almost nothing. There are entire websites dedicated to just listing the different types of businesses that can be started for like under $500. That is a way to increase the amount of money you have coming in. And it helps in the long run. And never forget that sometimes the skills of the entire network complement each other. Through a twist of fate, I know a group of firefighters who everybody in the station happened to know something about repairing houses. One was an electrician, one was a plumber, one was a carpenter, one was a painter. So, of course, these guys, they're together all day anyway. So they started remodeling and flipping houses. And they make a lot of money doing it. And some years they make more money doing that than they do as a firefighter. And never forget about windfalls. Your tax return. You get that wad of cash in your hand. Yeah, you can go get a creature comfort with it. Get a new PlayStation, whatever. I'm not going to fault you for that. Everybody deserves to have some nice things in their life. I don't look down on people that do that. At the same time, you could take that money and put it into one of those low startup or no startup businesses. And that could be the beginning of having more money coming in. And let's say you just don't have the time to do that. You can always invest in somebody else in the network. Let's say you got a guy that wants to start a landscaping company, but he needs a trailer. You can get him that trailer. Say, okay, well, I'll get you the trailer, but 10%. And let's say that first year, that 10% is $100 a month. It's already double what you would make sacking away the $5 from Starbucks. If you want to talk about independence, this is part of it. You want to break away from that system. You don't have to be employed by somebody else. Now, a lot of times people are in a situation where they've got to be for a while. But a lot of these huge companies that everybody knows were started in somebody's garage. In fact, the fifth column, that was started with $100 and an old laptop. And now it's, I don't know how many websites they own. Anyway, it's just a thought. This series will continue, but we got to take a break because there's a whole bunch of stuff in the news we got to talk about. So, y'all have a good night.